Hey, this is Kenny from Broad Street. Let's talk about one of the questions we get most frequently. How do I price my digital advertising? So a lot of times we're working with a small publisher, maybe it's a solopreneur or a startup publisher or someone that has been in print for a long time and just getting into digital, and they ask us, how do I price my digital advertising? So maybe they've done some research, they've Googled it, they've looked at their competitors, and they have a general idea of where they want to be. But we like to say, back up a little bit and think about how much money it is you need to survive. That's the most important number. So at the end of 6 months or a year or whatever runway you have to make this venture profitable, what is that number we need to get to? And then let's back up and create ad packages and figure out our pricing from there. So we like to follow 5 steps, the first of which is to figure out whatever that end of the year goal is. So where do you want to be? The second is to take that goal and then break it up into smaller packages. So if we have 10K a month as a goal, we might say that, okay, we're going to create 3 tiers of packages, maybe a gold package and a silver package and a bronze package. And for the gold package, maybe we're going to get 5 advertisers at $1,000 a month. Now you might be thinking $1,000 a month, that's a lot of money. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get there. Just wait a second. For silver, we might have 5 advertisers at $500 a month. Right? So now we're at about $7,500 a month in value. And then for really small advertisers, maybe bronze, $250 a month, we'll get 10 of those on board. If you add it all up, it comes to $10,000 a month. So we have a gold package, a silver package, and a bronze package. Now we need to figure out what we're actually putting into those packages, which is step number 3. So fill up those packages. When you're just getting started, what you don't have in traffic, you want to try and deliver in value. If you're going to try and get $1,000 a month from an advertiser, try and build up that gold package with enough that you would say that like anybody would be crazy not to say yes to this. So maybe it's a big prominent position on your website in terms of a banner ad, not just something that you see everywhere. Have it something big and noticeable. Then maybe you give them a position in your newsletter. And then maybe you write a couple of paid posts per month for that advertiser. Whatever it is, we want to try and get $1,000 in value. So if you only have maybe 10,000 readers a month or 10,000 page views a month, you can say, well, for all the work that I'm doing, that's definitely worth $1,000 a month. So you get 5 of those packages on board and do the same thing with your silver. So, okay, what is it that I can build up $500 worth of value? Do the same thing for bronze. Now, of course, step 4, you want to make sure that your website can accommodate these packages. So what you're going to do is probably adjust your website. And this is one of the things that Broad Street's really good at. You say, okay, well, I'm going to put a big banner here, but I don't have a space for that yet. So I need to make sure that there's a space on my website that can accommodate a banner. Or if I sell 10 bronze packages, I need to make sure that I can fit 10 advertisers in my sidebar, for example. So you really need to figure out how you're going to slice and dice your website inventory, but this is going to also force you to plan out your inventory so you can hit those goals. Too frequently, publishers don't think about this when they're kind of doing their first ad sales, and they eventually run into a problem, which is I have run out of positions to sell on my website, but I'm not where I need to be in terms of revenue. If you do this planning ahead of time, you're going to be in a much better position. The 5th step is to always think about the golden rule of digital advertising. Whatever you're selling to an advertiser, you want to be confident in your head that they are going to see a return on investment or ROI on any money they spend with you. So if a car dealer is going to spend $1,000 a month with you, or maybe $10,000 to $12,000 a year, the idea is that if they were to sell one $50,000 truck, for example, or 2 or 3 $50,000 trucks over the course of a year, and maybe those purchasing decisions were inspired by something that was running on your site, that marketing money that advertiser spent with you is just money well spent. It was a no-brainer for the advertiser. Same things with professionals and schools and all kinds of big budget advertisers. You always want to think about the ROI that they could potentially achieve. So a lot of times with a smaller advertiser, let's just say it's a coffee shop, they may be in a position where even a $500 a month sale might be really hard to see ROI on. If they're selling $2.50 cups of coffee, they have to sell a lot of those to get to a point where a $500 ad buy makes sense. Maybe a $250 ad buy makes a little more sense, but you do want to remember that golden rule is that if they spend this much money with me, are they likely to make it back? So if you follow those 5 steps, you're going to hit some numbers that help you get to where you need to be, but are also reasonable for your advertisers.